I declare open this graduation ceremony. Please be seated. Graduating students, staff, family and friends, and all of our guests who've joined us here this afternoon, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony for the class of 2019. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, it's a huge honour for me to be here today at this most important and most wonderful time of the year. And no, I don't mean that song that goes on in every shop. I don't mean Christmas. I mean graduation day as the most wonderful time of the year in the academic calendar at the university. And I must say honestly that this is most definitely one of the best parts of the job of being a Deputy Vice-Chancellor. I absolutely love our graduation ceremonies. And for those of you who are joining us today who maybe haven't been at a graduation ceremony before, it's a very formal occasion in many ways, but it should also be a fun occasion. So when your graduating student, the person that you've come to see today, crosses the stage, please feel free to chomp and cheer and shout and whatever it is that comes to mind, you do that because this is your day as much as anyone else's. I love seeing how well dressed you all are. You look so great. I just wonder why you couldn't dress like that when you come to lectures every Monday morning. And all of your friends and family who are gathered here with you, I'm so proud of you, as they have been from the very start of your university career with us. Again, looking so well and finely turned out today. And all of our staff behind me, I suppose, well dressed as well. I'm pleased and proud to be able to share this day with you. Congratulations to all of you. This is your very special day and we do hope that you enjoy it. And I was looking for inspiration on what to say to you today because this can be a hard gig, believe it or not. It's not easy to get a laugh in an auditorium this size. It's not the most intimate of environments. And I was watching television the other night and there was a programme on about the life and works of one of Ireland's greatest ever poets, if not the greatest poet. There was a programme on about Seamus Heaney. And if you've not seen it, you should watch it because it was a fascinating exploration of the power of words, the power of language, and the power of relationships. So many lessons in that programme that actually have been part of your university journey. The words that you've written, the language that you've used, and most importantly, the relationships that you've formed over your time with us. Those lessons that you'll leave from here today with, not only to shape your own lives, but hopefully to shape the future of these islands and of society at large. And Heaney said this. He said, "Hope is not optimism, which just expects things to turn out well, but it's something rooted in the conviction that there is good worth working for." But you know that because you've been working really hard. You know there is something worth working for. You've worked hard for years, attending your lectures, reading books, browsing the internet, all those all-nighters in the library, not to say the all-nighters in the clubs as well. You know what it takes to succeed in your academic endeavours. Now, you may or you may not have set more goals for yourselves, but when you do, and if you've already done that, I want you to consider as part of that what your passion is, what you want to change in this world. And I'm sure you have often been asked what you want to be. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be now that you've finished university? And you're probably fed up hearing it. I don't know what I want to be, and I'm a Deputy Vice-Chancellor. So instead, I would like to pose an alternative question to you to come at it from a different perspective. Instead of thinking about what you want to be, I would ask you to think about who you want to be. Who do you want to be? You leave here with a qualification in a particular discipline, but you also leave with a whole range of skills and of competences that give you the ability to be a success in any field at all. However, it will be for you to determine what success means for you. And to do so, you need to be able to answer that question. I repeat it. Who do you want to be? What difference do you want to make? And I believe that knowing these two things is critical to your future success, however you define it. And let me give you an example of that. I started studying at higher education, studying politics, and I went on to do an MPhil in modern Middle Eastern studies and Arabic, and then a PhD in history and international relations. I knew very clearly from an early age what my passion was, and my passion was politics. Now, for many of you, I know that your eyes will glaze over already at the mere mention of the word politics, and maybe I'm not surprised, given the levels of fatigue that there is around Boris, Brexit, the backstop, and all the other B words that we really shouldn't say. But I'm fascinated with politics, and I have been privileged to build a career around something that I love, with students, and feeding my own curiosity by researching international politics. But this is a truism. At my graduation, I really didn't know what I wanted to be. I did know who I want to be. So who do you want to be? Think about it carefully and think about it often over the days, the weeks, and the months ahead. And if you figure that out, each of you will be great in your own ways. You will make a difference through knowing who you are. Okay, that's the lecture over. You give me an auditorium and a podium and I can't help myself but go into lecture mode, but the lecture is now over. I know that there's partying to be done, there's celebrations to be had, there's boxes of celebrations to be eaten, there's presents to be wrapped, or if you're me, there's presents still to be bought. So we've got a lot to get through today, but I want to leave you with some words, the words of Desiderata, which I think are appropriate, and I hope you enjoy them. There's something in this for everyone. Go placidly amidst the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. And as far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and the ignorant, for they too have their story. Be yourself. And especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, love is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gently surrendering the things of your youth, and nurture strength of spirit to shield you from any sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourselves with dark imaginings. Many of your fears are born of fatigue and of loneliness. And beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourselves. You're a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. Congratulations, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. In accordance with the wishes of the Senate, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I have conferred honorary degrees and other academic distinctions of the University of Ulster on those named in the conferment list approved by the Senate. I call upon Professor Lyons to present Marie Harriet Murphy for the Senior Distinguished Research Fellowship Champion Award, Patrick Stewart Morris Dunlop for the Distinguished Research Fellowship Champion Award, and Kyle Brian Matchett for the Early Career Research Excellence Champion Award.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor. The Senior Distinguished Research Fellowship Champion Award, Professor Marie Murphy. Professor Murphy has established an international profile as a researcher in physical activity and health. As a professor of exercise and health, Professor Murphy has been awarded fellowships by the American College of Sports Medicine, the British Association of Sport and Exercise Science, and has been a board member of the International Society for Physical Activity and Health, and is currently Vice Chair of the WHO Europe Health Enhancing Physical Activity Steering Committee. Professor Murphy has over 120 peer-reviewed publications, over 2,500 citations, and has contributed to Ulster's submission in 4 research assessment exercises. Nominated by BASIS, Sport NI and the PHA NI, Public Health England, ISPA and the UK Chief Medical Officers, she was a member of the REF 2014 sub-panel and is chair of a sub-panel for REF 2021. Professor Murphy's research examining the effects of splitting a continuous bout of exercise into multiple shorter bouts was instrumental in informing UK, Irish and US physical activity guidelines. As an expert advisor to the Chief Medical Officers, her research has contributed to successful government-led initiatives to increase population-level physical activity. Professor Murphy has supervised 24 PhDs to completion across 4 of Ulster's research institutes, and she was nominated for the UUSU Research Supervisor of the Year Award in 2019. She founded and leads the Physical Activity and Health Research Group and provides mentoring for early career researchers making the transition from PhD to independent researcher. Professor Murphy has been involved in successful research funding applications totaling over £2.1 million. Her extensive research outputs, impact, supervision, leadership and funding have all been achieved in parallel with significant university leadership and management roles. From 2006 to 2014, she was the Foundation Head of School of Sport and co-director of the Ulster Sports Academy. Since 2017, she has been Dean of Postgraduate Research and Director of the Ulster Doctoral College, leading the transformation of doctoral education and resulting in Ulster being ranked 8th in the UK for PhD researcher satisfaction and 3rd in the UK for PhD research culture. The Distinguished Research Fellowship Champion Award, Dr. Patrick Dunlop. Dr. Patrick Dunlop is a senior lecturer in the School of Engineering, where he employs a multidisciplinary approach to research in the areas of materials chemistry and engineering and microbiology. He has significant experience in the development of nanotechnologies for disinfection applications, focusing on 2 global challenges: the provision of safe water and the ongoing crisis around antibiotic resistance. He has international collaborations with leading national and international partners in academia and industry, and has been involved in attracting over 7.6 million from prestigious funders such as UKRI, EPSRC, the EU Horizon and Framework Programmes, and the Royal Society. His achievements have been recognised through invitations as a reviewer and as chair of UKRI funding panels. Dr. Dunlop is co-investigator in the £4.8 million UKRI-funded Safe Water project, which is developing low-cost, sustainable water purification and microbial sensing technologies for rural communities in Mexico and Colombia. His primary role in this project relates to the development of career acceleration and training programs, which, in addition to new technologies, will leave a lasting legacy of capacity and capability with overseas academic and non-governmental organisations. A key accomplishment in Dr. Dunlop's career has been the establishment of the Northern Ireland Antimicrobial Resistance Network and its contribution towards the development of a national policy. This multidisciplinary, multi-agency network has over 150 members, including representatives from both universities across a range of disciplines: health and social care trusts, HSC innovations, veterinarians and businesses such as Randox, CEJA and Norbrook. Dr. Dunlop has an excellent track record of high-quality research outputs, 45 peer-reviewed publications in leading journals, such as Applied Catalysis B, Environmental Water Research, and Journal of Hazardous Materials. His work has attracted over 3,500 citations with an H-index of 26. Dr. Dunlop shows leadership qualities in his role as postgraduate tutor, where he supports the induction and development processes for the school's PhD researchers. He has supervised 4 doctoral students to successful completion and is currently part of the supervisory team for 5 PhD researchers. The Early Career Research Excellence Champion Award, Dr. Kyle Matchett. Dr. Kyle Matchett was appointed Lecturer in Molecular Immunology at Ulster in 2018, having previously gained a PhD from Queen's University Belfast, together with significant experience from several highly successful and prestigious postdoctoral posts. His career trajectory is exceptional, as highlighted by a series of high-impact publications, research grants, and prizes. In the last 3 years, Dr. Matchett has been awarded 5 research grants, including a prestigious Novartis Fellowship and Medal, consecutive Children's Cancer and Leukemia Group Project grants, and most recently, a 5-year Little Princess Trust Career Establishment Award. The latter award, the first in the UK, is aimed at enabling early career researchers who show outstanding promise to be future leaders in the cancer research field. Dr. Matchett has also presented his research at many notable scientific meetings across the US, Canada, and Europe, engaged in prestigious international collaborations, and undertaken significant external engagement. He was a key member of the EU EPOCAN consortium, which involved 14 European partners, and produced several publications and commercial products. He is a regular invited speaker at school and charity events, engages with secondary school pupils to train the next generation of scientists, and is a strong advocate of patient engagement in research. In addition, Dr. Matchett was recently promoted to the Senior Counsel of the Irish Association for Cancer Research, where he received the inaugural Professor John Fitzpatrick Prize. In the present Research Excellence Framework period, Dr. Matchett has published 17 full papers, including articles in international high-impact journals, including Cancer Research, Stem Cells, Oncogene, and Cancers. His research has been covered in the media, including newspaper articles and interviews in the Irish Times and the Belfast Telegraph. Dr. Matchett has shown true independence and significant leadership qualities in these achievements. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present Marie Harriet Murphy for the Senior Distinguished Research Fellowship Champion Award, Patrick Stewart Morris Dunlop for the Distinguished Research Fellowship Champion Award, and Kyle Brian Matchett for the Early Career Research Excellence Champion Award.
Marie Harriet Murphy, in the name of the Senate, I present to you the Senior Distinguished Research Fellowship Champion Award. Patrick Stewart Morris Dunlop, in the name of the Senate, I present to you the Distinguished Research Fellowship Champion Award. And Kyle Brian Matchett, in the name of the Senate, I present to you the Early Career Research Excellence Champion Award. That concludes the first part of the formal ceremony. We're now moving to the presentation of candidates, and I want you to remember what I said at the very beginning. So I call upon Professor Murphy, Dean of the Doctoral College, to present candidates.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Published Work, Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, David Shaw Barker. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, Susan Connolly. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Life and Health Sciences, Jeremy Paul Sutton. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentations of candidates from the Doctoral College.
Thank you, Professor Murphy, for presenting candidates. I call upon Professor Seawright, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, to present candidates.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the Early Career Research Fellowship Faculty Award, Dr. Robert Casey. The degree of Master of Arts in Animation, Blaine Joseph Fox. Blanid Keegan. Alexander Cameron. Natalie Cole. Laura Scott. Shauna Ward. Mark Edward Albert Haskins. Declan Jared McGugan. Casey Purcella. The degree of Master of Arts in Cultural Heritage and Museum Studies, Emer Kate McDonough. Claire Mooney. Caroline Hazel Murphy. Stephanie Denise Martine Ramsden. Lauren Sharkey. Jessica Sloan. Una Tier. Keelan Early. Nathan Patrick Martin. The degree of Master of Arts in Product Design, Rathindra Dolai. Amy McAlea. Jude Chen. Niamh Katrina Clark. The degree of Master of Education, Hannah Dugan. Elaine Iyula. The degree of Master in Laws in Access to Justice, Jared Thomas Heron. Nuala Catherine McMahon. Francis Russell. Julie Marie Smith Liddy. Philippa Heron. Paula Breen. The degree of Master of Laws in Gender, Conflict and Human Rights, Kishra Tatu Dwabi. Jacqueline Lindsay Hanlon. The degree of Master of Laws in Human Rights Law and Transitional Justice, Amy Elizabeth Alexander. Tanya Mohammed Osman. The degree of Master of Laws in International Commercial Law and Alternative Dispute Resolution, Jason Elliott. Gary Alexander Lyons. Chen Attar. Victoria Okoye. Lauren Elizabeth Wilson. The degree of Master of Public Administration in Public Sector Executive Development, Roger William Arneil. Linda Roberta Drysdale. Lauren Kendall. Michael Neal. Mervyn Daniel James Wilson. Liam Patrick Lavery. Grace Margaret Shannon. Roisin Sloan. The degree of Master of Science in Communication and Public Relations, Michael Paul Briers. Faye Costello. Aya Fawzi. Jordan Mullen. Amy Jane Pollock. Anne Catherine Stewart. Sarah Cunningham. John Ross Delahunt. Emma Diane Irwin. Nuala Eileen Kelly. Catherine McCluskey. Nuala Patricia McHugh. Cara O'Doherty. Kathleen Patricia Convery. Gail Hunter. Leah Darcy McKenzie. Lisa Marie O'Brien. The degree of Master of Science in Counselling Studies and Therapeutic Communication, Victoria Kim Carson. Anna Catherine Kennedy. Shannon Stanfield. Susan Ann Craythorne. Colin Samuel Campbell. Emma Victoria Campbell. Shauna McGillian. Adam Alexander Stanix. The degree of Master of Science in Development and Co-production of Social Care Research, Sonia Patton. The degree of Master of Science in Digital Media Communication, Noelle Kelly. Karen McCusker. Michael O'Regan. Emer Elizabeth Campbell. Tracy McCallan. Ariane McCracken. Rebecca Ellen McKeown. The degree of Master of Science in English Language and Linguistics, Irini Papastaraju. The degree of Master of Science in Fashion and Textile Retail Management, Christabel Murray. Kendall Russell. Nadra Kabali. Esther Mugada. The degree of Master of Science in Peace and Conflict Studies, Nadine Catherine McCutcheon. Wayne Anthony McNamee. Aisling Bunting. Claire McKeown. The degree of Master of Science in Professional Development and Social Work, James Andrew Draper. Laura Elizabeth Butler. Simon Peter Darby. Jenny Rice. The degree of Master of Science in Restorative Practices, Claire Casey. William McKeown. Jim Donnelly. Ian Gilliland. Neil Paul Hasford. David Martin. The Postgraduate Diploma in Communication and Public Relations, Emma Elizabeth Johnson. The Postgraduate Diploma in Counselling and Therapeutic Communication with Professional Practice, Rachel Tate. Jenna Shepherd. The Postgraduate Diploma in Cultural Heritage and Museum Studies, Conor Hanna. The Postgraduate Diploma in Human Rights Law and Transitional Justice, Erin Rebecca Hamilton. The Postgraduate Diploma in Peace and Conflict Studies, Mohammed Muzamal Dogar. The Postgraduate Diploma in Professional Development and Social Work, Jolene Diane McMorris Cloghy. The Postgraduate Certificate in English Language and Linguistics, Duanes Santos de Silva. The Postgraduate Certificate in Gender, Conflict and Human Rights, Jean Smith. The Postgraduate Certificate in Middle Leadership, Lorna Mary Murta. Ronan Sharkey. Kevin Ward. The Postgraduate Certificate in Public Sector Executive Development, Kerry Lee Morrison. Lee Mark Williamson. Jonathan David Courtney. Roisin Helen Fee. Laura Catherine Smith. Ronan Patrick Hughes. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Ceramics, Jewellery and Silversmithing, Conor Gerald Core. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Fine Art, Hannah Morgan. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Irish Language and Literature, Kevin McGee. The degree of Bachelor of Design with Honours in Interaction Design and Diploma in Professional Practice, Aaron McAlinden. Christopher Kennedy. The degree of Bachelor of Design with Honours in Interaction Design, Ryan Grant Wiley. Oliver Gage. The degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours in Law, Rhys McCaffrey. Chloe Martin. The degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours in Law with Criminology, Emer Maeve Curry. The degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours in Law and Politics, Orla Devlin. Conal Murray. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Communication, Advertising and Marketing and Diploma in Professional Practice, Maria Mains. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Criminology and Criminal Justice, James Bailey. Stephen Campbell. Patrick McCormick. Dara McGurr. Derek Moorhead. Mark Sheridan. Alistair Allen. John Boyd. John Davidson. Colin Duncan. Caroline Howell. Philip Johnson. Cahir McAloon. Leanna Rochelle McCall. Andrew Charles McVeigh. Shani Stevenson. Mark Benson. Alan Keaveney. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Politics, Rachel Rabina Cinnamon. Lewis O'Neill. Daryl Rawson. Keelan Patrick McAleese. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Social Policy with Criminology, Kevin Kieran McCaig. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sociology, Lakia McCart. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sociology with Criminology, Ben Sayers. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Therapeutic Communication and Counselling Studies, Ciara Louise Kelly. The Associate Bachelor's Degree in Communication Management and Public Relations, Stephen Leonard Daly. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences.
Thank you, Professor Seawright, for presenting candidates. I call upon Professor Curran, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences, to present candidates.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the Distinguished Research Fellowship Faculty Award, Dr. Chris Blakely. The degree of Master of Science in Advancing Practice, Brona Macaulay. Mary Olivia Crowe. Lara Bernadette Traynor. The degree of Master of Science in Developing Practice in Healthcare, Heather Cassandra Watson. The degree of Master of Science in Health Promotion and Public Health, Rebecca Sarah Smith, Beth Joanne McGee, Chantal Bianco, Rachel Irvine. The degree of Master of Science in Nursing, Amanda Elizabeth Brown. Nicola Adele Brown. Linda Ann Campbell. Sharon Irene Humphreys. Natalie Lorraine McNeely. Elizabeth Ann Snoddy. Zhuang Shuang Lee. Leslie Ann Morrow. Grania Marion O'Connell. Una Parr. Jennifer Rice. Simon Bates. Ashley Jane Curry. Katrina Michelle Harkin. Tara Hazlitt. Siobhan Elizabeth McLaughlin. The degree of Master of Science in Physical Activity and Public Health, Dara McDade. Diane Fernie. The degree of Master of Science in Professional Development in Physiotherapy, Aoife Katrina Lennon. Ryan Riley. The degree of Master of Science in Sensory Integration, Ciara McGill. Jenny Quinn. The degree of Master of Science in Sport and Exercise Medicine, Grania Desmond. Carl John McCaig. Alice Manari. Talit Arslan. Evan Burke. Darrell Carson. Johnny Crow. Kate Duffy. Connell Joseph Fury. Ryan William Stewart Getty. Rebecca Ann Harvey. Stuart Holmes. Owen Kelly. Richard Sinclair Main. Ross McIver. Patrick O'Donnell. Jonathan Wilson. Ryan Cameron Wilson. Patrick Jonathan Wright. Rafia Mufta Al-Ghanem. Sarah Graham. Sarah Jane Jameson, John David Quigg. The degree of Master of Science in Sport and Exercise Nutrition, Katie Ann Kirk. Carl Donaldson. Neil Johnston Irwin. Jay Ludlow. Connor Morgan. Hannah Evelyn Griffin. Laura Chloe Williamson. The degree of Master of Science in Sport and Exercise Psychology, Sarah Carters. Anika Winona McGivern. Aoife Callahan. Shuin Crine. Jenna Lee Kaufman. Oisin McManus. Martin O'Hara. Shane Sweeney. Alan Whelan. Ole Shugan Ajay. Maria Lee Fell. Collins Aliyah Francis Scarborough. The degree of Master of Science in Sports Coaching, Cathal Jonathan Douglas. The degree of Master of Science in Sports Coaching and Performance, Sean Davin Bloomfield. Ben Clements. Erin Lee Bracken. Tronchus Perk. The degree of Master of Science in Strength and Conditioning, Aidan Creamer. Clara Marie Connor. Ryan McLaughlin. The Postgraduate Diploma in Health Promotion and Public Health, Katrina O'Boyle. The Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Community Public Health Nursing, Rachel Dorcas Belshaw. Lauren Josephine Marie Curran. Claire Riccardi. Jennifer Bullock. Aiding Canavan. Eileen Marie Carraher. Janet Elizabeth Croft. Helen Margaret Curry. Catherine Donnelly. Naomi Ruth Crawford. Michelle Ann Duff. Charlene Elizabeth Dunn. Melissa Sharon McComb. Helena McIver. Caroline Ruth McMullen. Cherith Jane Mills. Jenny Mills. Emma Jane O'Donnell. Victoria Page. Francesca Grace Stevenson. Stacey Lee Allen. Frances Mary Elizabeth Armstrong. Danielle Maria Flanagan. Karen Linda McKee. Anne Muriel Ethel Wilson. The Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Nursing, Megan Elizabeth Blinn. Claire Chapman. Samantha Jane Crothers. Jane Louise Cuthbert. Michelle Margaret Davey. Deborah Trudy Frank. Sarah Carol Kingston. Amy Louise McKee. Gemma Monaghan. Barbara Stephanie Santos Pose. Brona Smiley. Maria Betts. Jane Myrtle Black. Donna Buick. David Desmond Cairns. Judith Calvert. Natasha Leanne Calvin. Sarah Roisin Carmichael. Orla Ann Clark. Pamela Mary Louise Coyle. Judith Lynn Gardner. Kathleen Margaret Gavin. Poppy Susanna Jane Gregg. Emma Henderson. Victoria Lindsay. Catherine Jane McAleer. Ruth Eunice McDowell. Brid Catherine McGrattan. Caroline Louise McIver. Nikki Mills. Karen Elizabeth Mulhern. Helena Tracy Murray. Denise Patterson. Philip Riley. Holly Victoria Sherlow. Geraldine Smith. Philip Taylor. Sarah Linda Totten. Michaela Christine Gibson. Margaret Rachel Mallon. The Postgraduate Diploma in Sport and Exercise Nutrition, Emma Elizabeth Telford. The Postgraduate Certificate in Non-Medical Prescribing, Lindsay Margaret Atkinson. Rachel Stephanie Elizabeth Boyle. Leslie Ann Alexander. Susan Heather Beattie. Pamela Fullerton. Ambilai Karanakarahan. Beverly McGaughey. Pamela Surfer. Joanna May Sloan. Kevin Anderson. Louise Dawn Cameron. Linda Hare. Sarah Bethany Moffat. The Postgraduate Certificate in Sensory Integration, Ailish Duggan. Gemma Cunliffe. Shauna Garrity. Charlene Minney. Christine Robson. The Postgraduate Certificate in Sport and Exercise Nutrition, Ellen Doreen Duke. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Developing Practice in Healthcare, Elaine Campbell. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Diagnostic Radiography and Imaging, Justin Aiken. Rebecca Hampton. Kellyanne McCreesh. Conor McGuinness. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Healthcare Science, Respiratory and Sleep Physiology, Shakila Lalobiga Segala. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Occupational Therapy, Tanya Aiken. Christina Ruth Jupp. Lauren McClymont. Evine McMacken. Jenny Snoddy. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Physiotherapy, Shannon Mary O'Donnell. Ryan Matthew McCulloch. Adam Monaghan. Neve Hayes. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Podiatry, Christine Campbell. Kiva Russell. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Radiotherapy and Oncology, Molly Kathleen Devaney. Rebecca Gamble. Grace Frances McKenna. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Specialist Community Public Health Nursing, Sandra Violet Charters. Winifred Margaret Heron, Gillian Mary Hill, Nicola McCourt, Joan Martina Anderson, Karen Vanessa De La Hoz, Kira Doran, Sharon Isabel Eakin, Pamela Sarah Murray, Paula Louise Murray. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Specialist Nursing, Gemma Ferguson. Sarah Brown. Diane Don. Marie Hayden. Bridget Catherine McKenna. Charlotte Marie Boddington. Lorraine Martina Irwin. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Speech and Language Therapy, Aideen McCory. Beth Ann McIver. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sport and Exercise Sciences, Mark Bishop. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sports Coaching, Ryan John Kennedy. The Advanced Certificate in Non-Medical Prescribing, Louise Pauline McElvanna. Dora Magella McGee. Karen Marie Sheridan. Janine Patton. Linda Patricia O'Lone. Anne-Marie Scott. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences.
Thank you, Professor Kern, for presenting candidates. I have just two things to say at this point. No, I'm not crying, you're crying. The amount of people who came across the stage with that degree of emotion is really something to see. And no, I'm not sweating, you're sweating. And given that Patrick Dunlop was here and we heard a lot about antimicrobial resistance earlier on, you all need to wash your hands when you leave here because I have spread a lot of germs today. I call upon Ronan Sharkey, a new graduate in the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, to propose a vote of thanks.
It is now I who have begun sweating. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, academic staff, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. I am privileged to speak to you on behalf of all of those graduating today. My name is Ronan Sharkey, and today I graduate with a postgraduate certificate in middle leadership. And I am honoured to present a student speech to you all. What an amazing journey we have all had, and no doubt for many of us, today represents a significant achievement in all of our lives. We often hear that we can learn from anyone. From effective people, we learn what to do. From ineffective people, we learn what not to do. Thankfully, from studying at Ulster University, I learned both. My time at Ulster University has been outstanding and continues to be as I am enrolled and studying the postgraduate diploma in headship. With a unique, stepped approach to leadership, I am gaining great understanding of the nature of leadership in our schools and arming myself with the tools to influence and transform positively teaching and learning. Led by the visionary Dr. Samuel McGuinness, who was committed to making our learning relevant to the everyday experience. One piece of learning that sent me on a paradigm shift was the role of our moral compass. Every leader's experience is unique, and every school is different. But great leaders, regardless of their setting, have much in common. The postgraduate in middle leadership highlighted many hallmarks of great leaders: their attitudes, goals, decisions, and practices. But in the end, the difference lies in the core of beliefs held close to them and that drive their work. I hold fast to certain essential beliefs, but it was 3 words that appeared on screen during a session that embedded into my mind: audio, video, disco. I hear, I see, and no, not I dance, but I learn. I believe that as a leader, for me to make continual improvements in my setting, I must continually improve myself. And to that, I must return and thank Dr. Sam McGuinness. Thank you for your continued support and motivation in helping me on my journey to become a visionary leader like yourself. You provided me and all my colleagues graduating today with a community that has a vested interest in improving our schools and ourselves. You have been an architect for leadership. You provided us with the blueprints and the frameworks that sustains effective leadership. You established a foundation for us to fill with knowledge, discussion, and meaning. So again, on behalf of all my leadership colleagues, thank you. And I hope you're enjoying reading my assignment on future planning. I would like to thank my classmates and friends. As a young professional, I have enjoyed learning from your experiences also. I have been very inspired by the amazing work you do on a daily basis for all the young people in our care. And I may have also stolen a few of your ideas too. Finally, to my mum and dad, thank you for proofreading this speech. No, on a serious note and an honest note, thank you for continually being the driving force behind my growth, both personally and professionally, even though I sometimes practice my teacher voice on you, but you're very quick to check me on it. No doubt the future is bright for all of us here today. No doubt it will be challenging, dynamic, energizing, and draining. But most of all, it will be rewarding. Hold firmly to your beliefs, for without a core of firmly held beliefs, it's difficult to steer a steady course. And that takes me back to our Deputy Vice-Chancellors. Who do you want to be? And what are your beliefs? Like you all, I am very excited for the future, excited to make a positive impact. It was more than 450 years before the birth of Christ. Confucius said, "What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand." Let's do it together. We've heard what we have to do. We've seen what we need to do. So now it is time to go out there and do it. And together we can. Thank you for listening, and congratulations on all of you today.
Thank you, Mr. Sharkey. You've left us with a lot of things to think about. I can't get out of my mind now audio, video, disco. We'll talk about that a little bit more afterwards. One of the things that Mr. Sharkey did was he thanked his parents, and I know that gathered here today around you all are all of the people who have supported you on your journey, whether that's parents, friends, other family members, siblings, cousins, who you name it. I know they're in the audience, and they've been with you every step of the way and supported you. And as you came across the stage, you could hear it in the clapping and the cheering, that support continuing, and they will do that along with the university in supporting you as you go forward in the rest of your lives. So I want to give you the opportunity to say thank you to them. They're busy taking photographs, and sometimes you weren't looking the right way. So can I ask all of our students to stand up, look around the auditorium and see if you can spot those who've come here with you today. And on the count of 3, our graduates are going to raise the roof in a massive show of support for everyone else here. Now, while you're on your feet, don't sit down just yet, just turn back around towards me. As you know, Ulster University is a modern, forward-looking 21st century university. We love our hashtags, we love our Instagram, and we want to make sure that we capture this moment today so that we have it for posterity and for years to come. It's a bit difficult in the waterfront to be able to do this, so I'm going to ask the platform party to stand up and flip around 180 degrees. We're all going to face this way, and there should be a camera up in the corner, so he'll take a photograph quickly, and then you go online and find it, and it will be hashtag proud of you, because we really are proud of every one of you today. On 3. 1, 2, 3. So that was good, and as I said at the beginning of the ceremony, this is absolutely my most favourite time of the year, our graduation day, and you did well, you did really well, but I think you can do just that little bit better. We had some very high-pitched yelling and cheering, which was fantastic, but before you here is our class of 2019, so let's hear it for them one more time. I declare this graduation ceremony closed, and I invite our new graduates to join us in our academic procession.